Chapter 24. Steve woke early the next morning, surprised at how good he felt. He lay still a moment, enjoying the feel of Jade lying in his arms, so trusting, as she let out a soft snore with each breath. He hated having to wake her, but he needed to get up, to go take care of the animals. He glanced at her sleeping face again, and realized that since she wasn't on top of him, he could leave her sleeping and come back to her later. He slipped out from under her, careful not to wake her. Quietly gathering his clothes, he went into the living room to dress. Matt was sitting on the sofa. Placing one finger against his lips, he beckoned the other man to follow him, and headed for the kitchen. "I take it JV didn't go back to the other house last night?" Matt asked once they reached the kitchen, careful to keep his voice low. "No. She's asleep in my bed." Steve watched his old friend's reaction. Matt took a deep breath, and let it out in a rush. "I really ought to be pissed, but I'm not. Even before finding out that it hurts her to touch people, I knew I was wrong. She's been, I don't know, unsettled, I guess is the word, for a long time. Even I could see it, and I haven't seen her much since you and I got out of school. Something happened to her. I don't know what. Hell, I don't even know when, but it changed something inside her. She doesn't laugh anymore." Matt met Steve's eyes. "Hell, I've seen her smile more in 3 days than in the last 5 years. I think being here with these people could be part of it, but I think the biggest part is you." "I don't know," Steve started to protest. "You didn't see her after you left." Matt held both hands in front of him. "I'm not blaming you, it was the right thing at the time. She was too young then, but that's not true anymore. She's different with you." Matt's eyes moved in the direction of the bedroom where his sister slept. Steve didn't know what to say. He'd never expected her family, or his for that matter, to approve of a relationship between them. What Matt said gave him hope. Maybe, just maybe, if things worked out between them, he could go home and see his family. He'd never have admitted it, but he missed them. "Just take care of her," Matt said before turning to look out the window over the sink. "I'll do my best," Steve said, the only thing he could. "Let me get dressed and feed the animals, Bobby's on house duty this morning. You want to go with me or stay here?" "I'll come, I'll be ready when you are." Steve went into the bathroom near the guest room to change. Once dressed, he wrote a quick note, slipped into the bedroom, and left it on his pillow. He braced himself for the cold and headed for the barn, wishing he were still snug in the warm bed with her in his arms.